Your AI agents might be failing way more than you think, and the worst part is you cannot even see it happening. If you're running voice agents, stay with me because by the end of this video, you will know exactly how to catch it and how to fix this problem so that you can actually retain the clients that you have right now and the clients that you're gonna get. There are countless of tutorials about voice agents, how to build them, how to run demos and all of this stuff. But when you actually take a voice agent that aces a demo and put that same voice agent in production, things are gonna start breaking and all hell will come loose. So here's what happens. A voice agent doesn't make one single decision on a call. It actually makes a chain of decisions, right? Because it has to greet the customer, it has to understand what the customer wants or the user wants, it has to qualify the lead, it has to book the lead or potentially trigger a bunch of other actions that voice agents and other agents do, right? Now, if you think that the voice agent gets each step right about 85% of the time, that might sound that it's a solid thing, but if you stack all the decisions that a voice agent has to make mid-call, it can get a whole call perfectly only about 20% of the time, which is quite a bad statistic. And this is one of the reasons that an agent can do fine on a demo when the client is happy, has a nice conversation, but then when you run it across hundreds of actual calls, things start going wrong. And when I say going wrong, that might be missed bookings, that might be wrong info, compliance violations, and the problem is that nobody is actually listening, nobody is quality checking that the agent is doing its job properly. So story time, I learned this the hard way. So one of my bigger projects when I was just starting about probably 2 years ago was quite a big company, and we started running campaigns with that company, and we actually booked 3,000 appointments only with that single company. Okay, so the statistics were fantastic, but the big problem that I encountered quite early was the fact that the amount of calls that were getting triggered every single day for that campaign was insane. It was literally impossible for me to sit there and quality check every single call. So we built a system to catch the mistakes. And this system has actually evolved through time, and we're gonna give you the 3 steps of the evolution of this specific system. Step 1 is quite fast and easy, and step 2 is quite cool, and actually I'm gonna give you step 2. But you can build and you can start running these steps or your agents based on these steps this week. So level 1 is the obvious one, which is logging every single call and having a human read the transcripts one by one. Okay, the good old human. Do you remember the humans back in the day, right? The good old humans can read transcripts and quality assure the transcripts so that they make sure that the agent is actually executing things properly and it doesn't make mistakes and it doesn't give all kinds of weird info on a call. So this is quite an easy one. Of course it works. And this is actually what we did with that company in the beginning. We had 2 people from their team, kind of full-time actually, reading every single transcript every single day and flagging the mistakes. And I'm just gonna give you a visual of how that looks like. It looks somehow like this. And basically, the way you do it is you have all calls or all end of call reports run through an automation, and you're gonna log the different results of that call, which includes the lead identifiers like email, phone number, something like that. Then it probably includes the transcripts. It should include the transcript, of course. It probably includes also the recording URL so that you can actually take a listen if something went wrong. And it should probably include the exact timestamp of when that row was added to that Google Sheet. And by the way, if you're running a campaign with multiple agents, I would suggest you also log the agent's name, the exact agent that had that call. Now, the problem with that is you will most likely will not want to do it, but if you're focused, you can actually catch every single mistake. The problem is that it doesn't really scale, okay? Because if you have 50 calls per day, if you have to quality check 50 calls per day, fine, you can probably do that. But if you have to quality check 2,000 calls a day, then that's a problem. And this is why we went from this manual system, the manual step, to the next step, which is an automated step. So level 2, you actually hand the reading to an agent. Okay, so every time a call ends, you send that call report through a scenario with a very specifically architected flow that takes the call transcript, and it also takes the system prompt of the agent and the knowledge base of the agent. And if you want to go advanced, you can do a couple of more things. I'm not gonna break everything down in this video, but the main thing is that look at the intention of what that agent is intended to do, and look what happened, and then evaluate if what occurred actually matched the intention, or if that agent basically deviated from the intention of the person that created the agent. And that means if, for example, a booking had to happen and then the booking actually didn't happen, it would flag that. Wrong info, there might be again a compliance slip, which is actually a big problem. A call might have dropped early, which is probably a problem with the opening line or the opening section of a call. And basically everything is caught. And by the way, I'm giving away the NA10 flow, one of the NA10 workflows of the quality checking agent below at the free resources, which is the second link in the description below. Click that link and grab it. And this is how it should look like, by the way. So now you're not reading hundreds of calls, which is good, right? You're reading just a short list of problems, which is a massive upgrade from the first manual level. Now, the problem with that is you would still have to build it for every single client. And if things change, or if the quality assurance logic of yours changes, then you would have to tweak every single flow, and it scales the execution and the reading, but not the work, not the setup work. Which brings me to level 3, and this is what I'm building right now with my platform, which is called the Kraken. By the way, say hi to the Kraken back there. I have my mascot back there. But the only thing that you would have to connect in this platform would be the different accounts, and it's very easy. You just drop the API key and you're good to go. And this is how it would look like. Okay, so you would have the different calls, the amount of calls reviewed, the amount of calls that are flagged, the average quality score, client health score, so that you don't get complaints from your client and your client doesn't catch stuff before you do, which after almost 6,000 appointments with Voice AI, I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to creating agents, when it comes to architecting agents. Okay, then you would have all the different client accounts, client health score, and specific flags over here and suggestions. Okay, so this is the intention. It's not fully finished yet. I'm building it right now. But if I had that back in the day, about 2 years ago, my life would have been way easier. So here's what you should do after watching this video. First of all, you can definitely build level 1 and level 2. Just download the NA10 workflow, import it into your account, and then you can set it up and you can rock and roll. I'm opening early access to a small group of operators specifically for this QA feature. You can click the first link and fill out the form over there. And by the way, the Kraken does more things like automating your fulfillment for you. But this video is specifically for the QA feature, because before I scale it up to different agencies, I have to really make sure that it's honed in. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. Subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in the next video.